to order. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thanks for coming, everybody. Fall is here, isn't it? A little rainy day, but we got through it. Roll call, please.
Sandy Kufal,
Here.
Krista Regan,
Here.
Christy Hilton. Here. Artie Bryson.
Here.
Cindy Valentine here. Joanne Shirkey. Here. Mark Burchard.
Here.
Okay, we're all here and present and accounted for. Bills payable, I will entertain a motion.
I will make a motion to pay bills payable in the amount of $101,405.31.
Support.
We have motion and support. Any discussion? Hearing none. Roll call vote, please.
Krista Regan,
Yes.
Christy Hilton,
Yes.
Artie Bryson,
Yes.
Cindy Valentine, yes. Joanne Shirkey. Yes. Mark Burchard.
Yes.
Sandy Kufal.
Yes.
Okay, motion passes. Next, I'm sure, as everyone's highlighted, is our supervisor's report. On the high water front, our high water's going down, knock on wood. I think our last meeting, it was at 577.2 feet above sea level, and today I looked, it was at 577 even, so 2.5 inches lower than we were 2 weeks ago. And I think we're about 15 inches from our high. So it's optimistically hopeful. I don't know if you recall, but this time last year in September and October, usually this is the time where the water drops as it is doing this year. Last year, it actually raised because we were getting some storm remnants of hurricanes up here, and we were just getting, just pummeled. And like I say, knock on wood, that's not happening, and everything's hopefully it's going to continue to drop. The Army Corps of Engineers is estimating another a couple inches yet this month, and a couple 3 inches in November and December dropping. So hopefully we'll get rid of another half a foot or so before ice hits us. So it's all good. Crispin and Vokes Road are open on Harson's Island. And actually, if you've been down there, have you been down there, Mark? Or they're looking good. I mean, Joy. Yeah, it's looking actually pretty good. So that's always a challenge, you build a road over the swamp. It's always a challenge to keep it going, but it's going good. On the COVID front, nothing really exciting. We do have an uptick in the county. I don't have any particular numbers for our township, but we're averaging in the county at about 20 new cases a day. So it's definitely on the uptick countywide. I know about a month ago, we were looking at 2-3 new cases a day, and now we're at 20. But hopefully that will slow down and get better too. Although I did see too, the rate of people that are in the hospital isn't that bad. I think, don't quote me on these numbers, I think we only have like 15, well, no, it wasn't, in the paper, they weren't really saying how many, but we have lots of capacity in the hospital, on the hospitals. It's not, we haven't seen a huge influx, I guess, what I'm saying, of people having to go to the hospital versus people that are just contracting it the past month. So, all right, let's see. We're doing our annual audit right now. I think our work is mostly done, isn't it, girls? I mean, they asked me 3 questions. I was able to answer 2 of them. So the other question I got to answer tomorrow. But I think what we have to provide him is almost pretty well done. One thing I thought I'd let the board know, I've been talking with MDOT requesting a pedestrian crosswalk at the intersection at M29 where the ferry is. There's always a lot of foot traffic there, people going across the island, the Lumberjack and Priors and whatnot. I think that'd be a good spot for a crosswalk. And the one Blake case that we have on Field Road that was going, we got a judgment against to go on the property and clean up. I'm pretty sure that's done. I drove it by it today. The contractor, I think, finished up over the weekend. Yeah,
I drove
I'll
by
wait
today.
and see. I'm sure our zoning code enforcer will be there and tomorrow and give me a sign off on it. So that's a good thing. We did have a big birch tree fall in the park this past week and right over on the bike path. Thank God nobody was hurt. But we do have about 10 trees that are dead, pine and birch, that are going to be coming down this winter. I already talked to the water department, asked them if they want to do it or contract it out. He said, no, they'll take care of it. So just want to let the board know that if you see them. Are we selling dog licenses yet?
Yes.
We are now selling dog licenses in our office for the county. I know for about 2 years we weren't. Hasn't it been about 2 years?
It's been longer than that.
Or 3 or 4, but now they're allowing us to do that. So if you need a dog license for Rover, you don't have to, you can do it here till what, February or so, till we're out, isn't it? We sell them basically till we're out, or,
No, we have.
There's a cutoff?
We are selling them all the time.
oh, are we?
They just need to bring
It's
in
new.
their rabies certificate.
Need a rabies
Vaccination.
certificate for Rover. Okay, still doing a little bit of work on our, to get all the property set for our beach park. Waiting on closing on one property, and also I'm waiting for one deed to get recorded so I can put in the request to the DNR grant trust fund for grant for buying the property on Harson's Island for our kayak and nature park. And also that would be 88,000 from them and 15,000 from the county Parks and Rec. So I'm hoping this week that's all done too. I reviewed our sewer interceptor report from OHM, and we got a meeting set up next week with IRA, because remember, it's half theirs, even though it's all in our township. OHM's estimating that the bid amount for the reconstruction, the engineering, the putting out for a quote, bidding and quote and everything, it's going to be about 3.4 million. So this is something that we will have to bond out. We're okay for now, but this project, we have to start it within 2 years on the critical part. So that's probably going to be coming down the road in a month or two. And we're going to develop a plan and bring it to the board. So the DDA did approve the demo bid for the property that they bought for that house behind Johnny Liga's. And they're going to start in the next 4 to 6 weeks on the demo. And I've been talking with the property owner adjacent, and they're all good with it. And hopefully, so Chief, if you want to do any training in that, that should be good to go for in a couple of weeks. I'll let you know more. In fact, I requested the power to be disconnected from DTE today, actually. Where am I? There. I don't know if you noticed, but Phillips Sign, they fixed the light on top of the Colony Tower at no charge. That was awfully nice of them. The light burned out, and the company that supplied us the fixture went out of business. But, so that didn't charge it, but we still normally would have to pay for the labor. And, but they did it for free for us, so kudos to them. That was nice of them and probably saved us a good $1,000 or so. Getting together the scope of work to do on our bike path that goes behind the state park. I've talked to PCE Engineering and talked to a couple asphalt guys. Supposed to be getting quotes on it's really going to be split up in two different jobs. One's going to be fixing the asphalt, do some sealing and repaving. We got some holes that need to be filled and taken care of and smoothed out. Then there's a section about 250 feet where it was literally underwater by a foot, and we're looking at different ways of building that up. I personally am leaning towards just building a 1 foot high boardwalk, wooden boardwalk on top of it. And, but we're looking at options of that too. If you remember, we got a $40,000 matching grant to do this work. And so I want to get it done while we can with the low water and the weather before it gets too cold. So looking at get that rolling here pretty quick. And I've also been talking to Philip Sign about the DDA fishing, or the fishing pier that the DDA. I got a couple of, little bit of artwork for you on that. I like the yellow myself, I don't know, but everybody else likes, just let me know.
We're gonna have a discussion on this?
No, it's DDA, that's a DDA project.
The only thing I'd bring up is closed circuit TV and signs,
Oh, yeah,
okay?
yeah, no, we gotta get cameras.
Yep.
And that's part of the plan, that's why we got that house and we're gonna demo it and put in some public bathrooms and, have a little area so we can, do a camera or two out there and have it piped right into our dispatch, actually. And, I should have some artwork pretty soon to replace the sign that says, "Welcome to Clay Township." He's putting that together right now. I think they're fired up because they like the little sturgeon. It's a fun project for them. And let's see, that's about it. We're getting geared up. We're going to be in arbitration with T.R. Piper Zach for the final payment on the Colony water project. We disagree on what is owed. Is basically a case about utility conflicts in a nutshell. And I feel pretty good about our case. We met with attorneys, engineers, and consultants, and I feel pretty good about it, but we don't have a date yet. I'll let the board know when we do have a date. Scarecrow Festival's October 24th, yay! And that's gonna be rock and rolling good, right, Cindy?
Right.
We have, you know, the make and take your own scarecrows, a scarecrow contest. We have our DJ, all kinds of good stuff with the kids to do. Face painting, petting zoo. No petting zoo? Okay, no petting zoo.
Picture booth,
Picture booth. We have escape room. Two escape rooms. And we have the obstacle course, and what else? What?
Circumungus,
What?
Circumungus,
Circumungus.
yes.
That scares me a little bit. And we're all, you know,
Golf cart contest.
and what kind of contest?
Golf cart.
Golf cart, oh yeah, and a pet contest for
Yeah.
dress your pet up, and a golf cart contest. And we're making sure everything's gonna be done safely. I was questioning the face painting, but talked to her, and she's gonna have individual paints for individual kids, and so yeah. October 24th, starts at 12 noon. And goes to about 5 o'clock, so come one and come all. All right, that's all I have. So, moving right along, we have public comments. Is there any public comments tonight? Come on up, state your name and address and.
Good evening. My name is Karen Vanderhavel. My address is 3620 Craft Road in Fort Gratiot. I'd like to thank Supervisor Bryson and the rest of the board for giving me a minute to introduce myself. I am running for District Court Judge here in St. Clair County. The seat that I am running for was held by Judge Cynthia Platzer for many years. Judge Platzer retired in December of last year, and in March of this year, Governor Whitmer appointed my opponent, Mona Armstrong, to hold the seat until the election could be held in just a couple weeks. After the appointment, many people said to me, are you still going to run? You know, it's very difficult running against someone who is listed as an incumbent on the ballot. And my response to that was absolutely. You know, I was already running, and I believe that it should be up to the voters of St. Clair County to choose their district court judge, not someone in Lansing, with all due respect to Lansing, certainly. A little bit of background about myself. I am a St. Clair County native, born and raised in Port Huron. I married my high school sweetheart, and we returned to the Fort Gratiot area. We have 5 children of our own, ages 14 through 25. A little bit of a relief. My baby started high school this year, so I know there's a light at the end of the tunnel. A few more years to get through, but they're great kids. Professionally, I started out as an elementary school teacher. I taught first grade for several years while I went to law school at night. And then we started our family. After law school, I worked for the circuit court here in St. Clair County for many years. I was fortunate to be able to work part-time while my children were small. I worked for Judge Peter Deegan in civil and criminal cases, doing all of his research, writing his briefs, his opinions, and it really gave me a good background in the law, as well as being able to see one of the best judges that I think this county has ever had up close. So for the last 10 years, what I've done, I am an attorney referee with the Friend of Court here in St. Clair County. And like a judge, I hold hearings all day long with families from all over the county. We address custody and parenting time and child support. And like a judge, I have to be fair and impartial. I have to apply the law to the facts of the case. You know, like a judge, I understand that my decisions for these families have a big impact. You know, it's not something that makes the papers every day, but these are real people and their children. And the good news for me is that most of my cases that come in, the people are really just having trouble communicating with the other parent. They love their kids. They want what's best for their children. And my job is to listen to both sides and kind of help them see a way through to what's best for their kids. That experience, I think, has really prepared me for district court. Many of the same issues that we see in friend of court, we also see in district court, be it someone with a substance abuse disorder or a mental health issue. You know, the flow of district court is much like the flow of friend of court. Many cases moving through efficiently and really help people get back on track. These aren't felons that need to be sent away for 30 years. These are my neighbors and my coworkers and community members who have broken the law or have a civil case against them. But, you know, these aren't people whose lives should be ruined because of a mistake. So my experience in dealing with families and getting them back on track is something that I'd like to take to the district court level. So thank you very much for your time. I appreciate it, and have a great night.
All right, thanks for coming down.
Thanks for coming in.
Yep. Any other public comments?
I just have some questions. Carol Sampson, 6039 Point Trumbull Road. The dog license, are they going to follow the same protocol as they were up at the county building? Like every 3 years, if you get your dog rabies, they follow the 3-year?
There's a 1 and a 3-year license.
Okay, so mine won't be due in February. It'll be due when the dog rabies are due, right?
You have to have a current vaccination certificate
Right.
in order to renew
Okay.
your license.
Okay, and then you were mentioning the demolition of the house on Pearl Beach. Are you thinking about a fence going up?
Yeah, I've been talking to the property owner right next door, and it's something we'll have to take before a planning commission. But, we're gonna do we're talking about maybe a privacy fence for a certain, length of the property, and then some kind of a green belt. I'll have an architect draw it up, some sort of like landscaping green belt. Because it is commercial, it's required between commercial and residential to have a green belt or a fence.
Okay, because I live in that area,
Right.
and I don't want people walking.
Right, well, that's why we're doing it.
Okay, and then I noticed that the minutes on the agenda on the October 5th meeting, the agenda here, they had like the attachments, like the bank, let's see, they had the bills payables attached to it. Can that happen every time? So we can
Basically
have
it does,
copies
doesn't
of it? I only see it on the October 5th meeting, but this meeting don't have it. But all the bills
Was it the new,
payables
the new software?
and the check reports was attached.
Eventually, that's why we moved over to a new software company to do our agendas. Unfortunately, it probably will be December when it'll start happening like that. It was kind of a test run we did last meeting.
Okay, so, but it will be happening in the future?
Yep.
Okay,
We didn't have internet here last week. We had to do this one old school.
okay.
It was more of a test run. We're just learning the software. We went through like a 2-week course, learning how to use it. They still need to fine tune it and change some things with it, but hopefully we'll be using it quite regularly beginning in December.
Okay, good. All righty, thank you. And thank you for the letter, Artie.
Okay. Hey, did you see the sign or the
The picture of the.
Yeah.
Of the pier, yeah, that looks nice.
Okay, good. All right, thanks. Any other public comments? Seeing none, moving right along. We have the consent agenda. I will entertain a motion.
Motion to approve the board meeting of October 5th, 2020 minutes, check reports, the communication from Philip Sign regarding the Colony Tower light, and no requests. Support.
We have motion and support. Any discussion, questions?
None?
Hearing none. All in favor of the consent agenda signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Motion carries. Okay, let's see. We don't have any unfinished business. We got it all done. New business, Township copier lease. Who's involved with this? I wasn't so much. Was it
No, Mike
Mike
and I
and
and Bev kind
and
of,
you and Bev? But it's a new lease. It's $155 a month, and as I read it, they are paying off our old lease. It has 6 months left on it, right?
correct.
And I'm not sure, what are we paying now?
The first page is what we're paying now. Right now, it's
Oh,
$166.52.
okay.
So they're coming back at $155 with prepaying our remaining 6 payments and setting that back.
So we're saving $11 a month, a better machine, right?
That, and they're also guaranteeing what they're charging us per page for black and white and color copies throughout the 63-month agreement if we sign with them by the end of the month, by October 30th.
Yeah.
The company we're currently with raises their prices every year, just, a couple odd pennies per page, but it does add up, so they would guarantee that rate.
That's a good price. I mean, I used to be in the printing business myself in Florida for a while, and we're paying 0.8 of a penny.
It's half of what we're currently being.
Yes, and
charged.
that's
And it's guaranteed for 63
right.
months.
And color,
rate?
huh?
Well, it's not flat rate per page, but that won't go up every year.
Okay.
And then for color is a little over 4 cents a copy for color, which, I mean,
Yeah, currently, we're paying just over almost 8 cents for color right now.
yeah, so it's 3 cents a page less, and I'll entertain a motion so we can talk about it.
Make
make
a
a-
motion to approve the township copier lease for 63 months for $155 a month.
Support.
Motion and support. Any more discussion or questions?
Where are they located at? It's gonna be servicing the copiers?
Mike, you wanna come up and we can kinda tackle them both at the same time? Because I know you had a more in-depth conversation about the service, because the police department copier has had quite a bit of service issues.
Yeah, and that's kind of what sparked this is we're dealing several months now with issues with our copier, either copying crooked or printing crooked, and they were out at least half a dozen times or better to fix the issue, different parts every time, and every time it worked for about a day or two and it was right back to it again. And finally we got fed up and I just started doing some research myself, Bev and Cindy, and seeing we can find as far as a different supplier for this. And looking at all the different companies that were out there, this one here had about the best reviews. And what's nice with it, it's directly through the manufacturer, through Toshiba. So the service tax, everything we're gonna get with it will be through Toshiba itself. We're not going through a middleman on it. Everything I've read with the company's been all positive reviews. The copier and that we're looking at getting has won awards the last 2 years running for this copier, and we're getting it cheaper as well. As you can see, well, I can talk about ours after this, but I forget where they're based out of, but they're nationwide as far as Toshiba goes, and they've got their as far as service crews throughout Michigan and throughout the country. So, but they are all through Toshiba.
So they're probably traveling around all the time.
Yeah.
And response would be,
Yep.
So,
They guarantee us within 4 hours of having somebody on site. And the other thing that's nice about this, if they've got an issue that's reoccurring with our copier, if they're not getting it fixed, like the problems we're having right now, they will replace it. So we won't go through this.
so we have a 4-hour service level
Right.
agreement, that's good.
And another thing that's nice with this is there's no charge for the 128-bit encryption level on this as well. With us using lean and that, and communication with the courts and such, and sending the lien either by fax or by email through the machine. This has the encryption already with the machine itself, where our other one, we have to pay extra for that.
Yeah, great. The police, they need the encryption.
Yep.
Anybody have any more questions?
no, it looks like a good system you
Yeah.
put together.
Yeah.
Toshiba's a good company.
Yeah.
We have motion support, right?
Yes, yes, we do.
Any more discussion for the township copy lease at $155 a month? Roll call vote, please.
Christy Hilton.
Yes.
Artie Bryson.
Yes.
Cindy Valentine, yes. Joanne Shirkey. Yes. Mark Bouchard.
Yes.
Sandy Kufal.
Yes.
Chris O'Regan.
Yes.
Motion passes. Next, we basically have the same thing for the police. They do more copying than the township office, so their monthly lease is $267 a month, and we figure we're gonna save about $1,200 for the year.
Actually, Artie, it's actually, right now, we're paying $277. It's gonna go down to $250. It's gonna be a flat $250, along with, right now, we're paying a biannual base fee of $429, so we're gonna save that as well.
Okay,
So, yeah, we'll be saving probably around, I figure between $1,300 and $1,400 a year
okay.
by the time it's said and
Between
done.
12 and 1,400 a year.
Yeah.
I apologize, I picked up your current lease amount,
Oh, okay.
so it's $250 a month.
Make a motion to approve the police copier schedule for 63 months in the amount of $250.
Okay, motion and support. Any more discussion? Hearing none. Roll call vote, please.
Artie Bryson.
Yes.
Cindy Valentine, yes. Joanne Shirkey. Yes. Mark Bouchard.
Yes.
Sandy Kufal.
Yes.
Chris O'Regan.
Yes.
Christy Hilton.
Yes.
Motion passes.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mike. Next, we have fire department fit testing for all their respirators, their masks. My OSHA requires that everyone gets fit tested, and it's nice to have an outside company do that to cover us, right, chief?
I'll make a motion to approve the fire department fit testing in the amount of $4,423 from line 206 with a correction of 962.
That's 962 line item. We have motion and support.
for,
Any discussion?
Who supported that?
Christie?
We all know what it's for?
Yep.
Okay. All in favor of the fit testing for $4,423, line item 206-000, 962, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Motion carries. Yeah, it was a typo, it should be 962.
Going on 962, Joanne.
That is a typo on the agenda. Next, we got the fire department. We know we're getting a couple of fire trucks coming, and we got a add-on. Go ahead, chief.
Excuse me, good evening. When I took my trip down to Florida to E1 to do the final specs on the engine, we ran across a few things that they had to offer that was not offered at the time when we spec'd out our trucks. And I would like to put these on our new trucks. Some of the things that we were looking at was a directional stick that goes on the rear of the vehicle. So if we're on the side of the road, we can divert the traffic to the left or right, or flash. It's like a flasher for the back. The other thing we're looking at is the front bumper. It has a box on the front so we can put hose in it. We can put a discharge of 150 foot in there for car fires. And also the speakers and the sirens will be kind of indentated into it, or indented. Yeah, trying to find the right
Okay.
word.
Recessed?
Recess, that's a good word. Better word than mine. Into the bumper. I did provide some pictures for you folks to see. We also would like to take our rear discharges. They will be plumbed to the back of or to the front of the truck. We want to have them plumbed to the back of the truck. That way, if we only need 100 foot of hose or 150 foot of hose off the back, we can quick disconnect it and then hook it to that rear discharge so we can utilize that, which would help us out. We're also looking at putting mounting board in the cabinets. This will mount the fittings in the truck, so better accountability. So when we're on the fire scene, we know if we use a double female or double male, we know that's missing out of the truck, and we know that, and it looks better for accountability and
Ease of access.
exactly, easy access. Now they just sit in a tray in the bottom of the truck. And if we go aftermarket, we'll probably pay more if we have another company come in and do that. So
So 22,140, well, I guess we're gonna make a motion on it.
I'm sorry, did you make a motion?
I didn't know, didn't make a motion yet, but I guess I can. We'll make a motion to approve the fire truck and add-on, pending discussion, in the amount of $22,141.68. Is there a line item that we need to address that to,
It'll be the capital improvement of.
the fire trucks?
Yeah. And we're not even sure, it'll probably be next fiscal year too.
already I talked to the
Yeah.
E1. Our truck, they're starting to order some of the equipment for it to put it together. Once they get everything, then it'll go in line to be constructed, to be assembled. Right now, we're looking at the end of June, 1st of July of next year.
Right, well,
So this cost right here is going to be set in concrete?
Yes.
To say? And
Yes.
that be increased as time goes on? Or-
Yes.
Okay.
That's a breakdown between two trucks, correct?
right,
Yes.
and this is for both trucks.
Both trucks.
Right.
Yes.
I'll support Mark's motion.
Okay, we have motion and support. Any more questions or discussion?
Necessary stuff, chief? I mean, obviously it's important to you, otherwise you probably wouldn't bring it to us, right?
It's going to make it easier for the firefighters. you know, we're on a fire scene and we need to, you know, disconnect hose, hook it to the truck, you know, it's gonna speed up things a lot for us.
Yeah, and then, as far as the directional light stick is concerned,
Yep.
that's gonna be,
That's nice.
Yep.
And then you got,
Safety on the road.
you got the more, the added discharge, right,
Yep.
for a car fire?
Yep.
yep.
How many car fires do we have a year?
You know, depends. Sometimes we'll have 2 or 3,
Probably average 5, huh?
5, yep, a year.
Any more discussion?
I'm good.
Roll call, please.
Cindy Valentine, yes. Joanne Shirkey?
Yes.
Mark Bouchard?
Yes.
Sandy Kufelt?
Yes.
Crystal Regan?
Yes.
Christy Hilton?
Yes.
Artie Bryson?
Yes. Thank you, George.
Thank you.
That's all we have for new business. Board member comments. Cindy?
Well, we're gearing up for the election. If you haven't requested an absentee ballot, make sure you get out and vote on November 3rd. We'll be there.
Absentee ballots, you can come here and get one, right up to the election.
The Saturday before the election. We'll be here from 7 to 3, I believe.
So you'll be here Halloween days from
I will be
7
here. Yes.
to 3.
Is that the preferred method? If somebody wants an absentee ballot, do you want them to come here? Is that the best way to do that?
The easiest way
point.
at this point.
You don't
know,
wanna
we're getting-
trust the
We're getting
mail.
tight with the mail timelines, you
Yep.
know, so,
Okay.
yep.
Anything else you want to tell everybody?
Your ballots do need to be turned in by Election Day. There was a Court of Appeals ruling the other day reversing their decision to have us be able to count them if they came in the mail after the election. So they do need to be here on Election Day by 8 PM.
Okay,
That's it.
that's it. Thank you. Mark?
Planning commission will be in November, for right now, may change, who knows, depending on COVID. We'll be reviewing the fences, Rose Marine, and the master plan is currently on the agenda. In case something else comes up, may be on there as well. And I'll probably send you an email concerning the sewer issues with that company. There's a few things that I'd like to make sure that it doesn't go away during negotiations, and primarily that's the warranty on
Oh,
the
yeah.
equipment and everything, okay? So I don't wanna,
I'll let you know when we meet with them.
okay, all right, thank you, that's it.
Okay. On the, we don't have a date for the public hearing yet on the master plan, the new master plan. Okay.
Yes.
We do.
Oh, it is?
Targeted for November 17th.
November
That's when it's
17th?
gonna start?
The public hearing, that's correct, told me.
It's gonna start on November 17th, and how long is it gonna go for?
He hasn't given me any
We don't know.
details.
Okay, well, I just learned that. I just learned that myself. Okay, thank you.
Okay, so the planning commission is November 17th reviewing the master plan.
Okay, I didn't see that, so. Joanne?
We're having a ZBA meeting on, via Zoom this coming Wednesday, 2 days from now, and it has to do with fencing. And the building department also is requesting a interpretation from our board, for, section 301.9 of our ordinance, which deals with detached accessory structure.
Yes, thank you. Anything else? No? Good. Sandy?
I'm looking forward to Scarecrow Fest this Saturday.
Yeah.
It'll be fun for the kids and hope everyone has a healthy, safe, and happy Halloween. That's it.
Chris?
I'm very pleased today to be living in Clay Township. I love this place. I'm glad I've chosen to live here, build a home here, and I encourage the public to be safe and enjoy this fall.
Thank you.
So I just wanted to give a little bit of detail. We don't have everything ironed out for Goodfellows this year, but as you alluded on social media, we will not have applications this year. We will have a food drive in partnership with Woodside, and that will be December 19th from 10 to 12:30 in the parking lot of Community First Health.
The old
in
downriver.
Algonac.
So no applications, but Goodfellas is gonna be doing a food drive
With Woodside, yes.
along with Woodside. Okay, actually, I have a meeting Wednesday morning, that's probably what it's gonna be a little bit about.
So we are accepting donations. We put everyone said it's a little early, but we put our box out. So if you want to donate new hats, gloves, toys, books, anything like that, or if you want to round up your bill or you want to make another monetary donation, we have a boot and we're collecting funds because they haven't been able to fundraise at all
Right.
this year.
I put it out there, we started it last year. If someone's paying any kind of a bill in the township, you're more than willing to round it up to whatever you want, and we give the difference to Goodfellows.
But if you're mailing it, we need a note on something
Right.
telling us that you want to do that. Otherwise, we'll just think that you want to apply it to your,
Yeah, you'll have a
Water
credit.
bill.
So like, say, if you mail in your water bill and you wanna give $10 to Goodfellows, drop in a note, $10, towards Goodfellows. It's a real nice handy way of helping them, cause they do an awful lot, for our community. It's just not Christmas time, They, help people out, year round. Fires, like, if someone, God forbid, gets burned out of their house, they'll put them up in a hotel somewhere and give them, some clothes and, stuff to continue on, I mean, it's, we can't spend taxpayer money to help people in that condition, so this is an avenue where they can help people that need it desperately, so.
so I will try to remember to get the total before our meetings so that I can let
Oh,
everyone
that
know
would-
how much has been donated.
Okay.
So I think right now we're at around, and we just started not too long ago, we're at around $250.
Okay, I know whenever someone does it, they got a bell in the office, they ring.
We also ring the bell for lunch, so.
I
we
know,
don't
so
if it's
I get
lunchtime
hungry.
or-
Every time someone gives money, I get hungry.
Pavlov's dog.
Exactly, they got me trained.
But you also ring the bell when you receive it in the mail too. just so
Yes, we
everybody
do.
else- 'cause someone asked me at the drop box, if I drop this, will this donation, will you
Yes,
guys
we
still ring the bell in there?
ring the bell.
Absolutely,
Yeah, I get hungry,
just to drive everybody crazy.
yeah. So, all right, anything else?
That's it.
Okay. Yes, Halloween's coming. Be safe, everybody. Watch for the kids out in the roads.
Hopefully no rain.
Yeah, hopefully no rain. Boy, I've been through some cold, nasty Halloween.
Yeah.
Trying to think what else. Just be smart,
We have
people.
had people call and ask what the hours of Halloween are.
They're
We didn't
whenever.
really set hours, but just look at whatever it was last year.
Yeah, I think we knocked it off at 8 o'clock or so.
5 to 8, I think it was 5 to 8.
5 to 8. But,
I think they pretty much self-regulate that.
yeah, you don't need us to tell you when you can trick or treat. I'm sorry. I know there's the bonfire Halloween night going on in Algonac. And they're doing the trunk and treat thing then too. That was fun, last couple of years they've done that. And our Scarecrow Festival, Saturday before.
It is gonna be awesome.
That's, it's one of my favorite things, so.
On the island, they're gonna have up under the pavilion, the parents will have their candy and hand it out to the kids as they go.
They're
around.
setting up tables on the island, right?
Right. under
Yeah.
the Pavilion.
Outside.
Not inside.
Is that at the Lions?
Yeah,
Right, at the Lions.
right.
Okay, on the island, so that's good. All right, sounds good.
Motion to adjourn.
All right, second, all in favor? Aye, let's
Aye.
get out of here. Thanks for coming, everybody.